Yeah, so you filmed this, you shot this film in America and in France as well, right? So is there any like culture difference because you shot films in so many different countries?
No. In fact, the location, when you're on stage, you could be anywhere. You could be in Taipei and Paris, so it doesn't change anything, honestly.
I mean, the set culture, like do the staff, the people that you're working with, like are there like different culture
do you need
differences?
to adjust?
No, they
adjust
to you.
Yeah, because you're Luc Besson, so you can do whatever you want.
No, not at all. No. It's I think the artist there is a base of artists no matter where you are.
Oh,
no one asks you your passport when you're on a set. If you're working as a set designer and you're from Taipei or Germany, it doesn't change anything. Are you good? That's the question.
Oh, I see.
So the family of artists is very open, and if you don't speak the language, then we speak English, and that's fine. So it's really about the artist. I remember when I did Valerian, I have like 5 designers, was really the best. 1 French, a Brazilian, a Chinese, an American, and a second French. So, and they were not in the same. They were not in the same continent.
Oh,
my only contact for 2 years were through the Zoom. Because they were like, one was on the beach, the other one was on the mountain.
French is snowboarding.
Oh, wow. But you also did Lucy in Taipei in 2013,
like 10 years ago,
Yeah, 10 years ago. When you came to Taiwan to shoot during that time, did you also bring your own staff to shoot in Taiwan? Or
you need to have some people because the other part of the film was in France. So you need people for continuity to be sure. But we work with a lot of local technicians, and they're great here in Taipei.
Oh, so your experience was pretty good at that time, I suppose.
Yeah, we shot some.
Yeah.
This summer we came here and shoot for like almost 4 months, and all the technicians were from Taipei, and they're great.
Oh.
Because our impression is that maybe it's a stereotype that Taiwan's industry of cinema is still like pretty premature. It's
no.
Still.
Luke was telling me that
it's not.
Crew was incredible.
No.
Wow. I mean, good to hear. We'll love to hear that.
Electrician, grip, technicians, camera, all these guys were like top in the world.
Oh, wow. That's so... I'm so happy to hear that, because I also heard that in the other interview, you talk about you were involved in a cinema school in France. Escola de la... Sorry, I don't speak French.
Why did you even try?
Don't try.
Hey, look it up.
Yeah, you didn't try.
I'm
School
sorry.
of the City, maybe?
Yeah,
L'école
I'm so
de la
sorry.
Cité. L'école de la Cité. School of the City.
We won't repeat that, but thanks.
Well, thank you for pronouncing it for me. And I think it's so great because first of all, you say the tuition was free, and it's like there are so many sound stages right next to the school, so the students.
No, it's literally like it's incredible. Europa Corpus over here, and the school is just
right next.
Yeah.
Oh, Caleb, you also visited the school.
Damn,
Wow.
we're so jealous. We hope we can have something like that, because it sounds like the school, it's like closely tied with the industry, and students will be
can have a
able
lot
to
of
learn.
practical
But
experiences.
I have to be honest. I've seen like 30 years ago, I went to Australia, and that's what they were doing. You have like some sound stages, professional sound stages, and they put the cinema school next to it. So when the stages are free, the student can go and make some short film.
Damn.
And I thought like, oh my God, that's brilliant. So, we did the same thing. So it's not my idea.
So you didn't pioneer it. You put a lot of effort, because I saw on the school website, there were a lot of other big television network from Europe were also involved, like Canon.
Yeah, Canal.
Yeah. And they...
Fox.
Yeah.
Also.
A lot of people put their effort into building this
Because I'm
school.
sure it costs a lot of money too.
Yeah. And
it's free.
How can you have the tuition be zero? how does that work? Like not charging any tuition to the students?
Because I think there's many schools in France who are very good. But you need to be to a certain level, which is bachelor plus 2 years. And there's some kids, they don't feel good at school, and they stop, to study. Before that, they're 17, 18, and they don't feel comfortable in a circuit, in a normal circuit. So we lose this kid.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're not good for movies, but they're not good for the system. So the school was just this little niche just to grab this kid, and they come every year. It was like 6,000 students, and we don't take their name. They just have a number. and we have a big, huge concours.
Concours.
I'm so sorry.
I learned French for 3 years and nothing.
Is that like a big classroom or
No,
or
it's not a
conference?
race, but it's a competition.
Oh, I see.
And you just have one number. So we don't know
Who you
where
are.
you're from, what you study. And then we go from 6,000 to 600. And then from 600 to 120. And the last day, we go from 120 to 60. And then the 60, they have a 2 years of free
2
school.
years. Oh, I see. So it's not like anyone
Open to
can.
everyone.
Oh, I
Like,
see.
not like we can
It's
go
like
and get
it's
free.
like elite, the
No.
best of the best.
It open to everyone,
Yeah,
in fact. But you have to be good.
you have to be good.
I just remember there's a courtyard where the kids can take a break, and there's a ping pong table.
Yeah.
And I just remember after lunch or something like that, while at the over there, going over smoking a cigarette by the courtyard and just looking at all the kids, going, "All right, now who's gonna do what?" You know, and I hope they realize how great they have it.
So Caleb, it sounds like did you have a professional acting training? Did you go to like a theater school?
No, I did some theater in high school, so that's about as professional as it got.
But you were involved in so many like great movies.
I felt like school, for one thing, was very, very expensive in the States.
Yeah.
You either have to have incredibly good grades, which I did not, or you have to have a lot of money, which I did not. So I abandoned that idea, and I found auditioning, the audition process, to be a school in its own, in a kind of way. Auditioning is where I felt like I was learning to trust myself, learning
Oh wow.
something, you know.
Oh, so how many auditions did you do before you first got your role in No Country for Old Men? Then?
Well, that was
That was a really long time. I'm so sorry. That was like 2007.
I was really lucky. That was my first audition, and that's kind of a one
Your
in a
first
million.
audition and got a role in
Oh,
No Country
shit.
for Old Men.
Yeah, but then I saw the
Dang.
movie, and I thought,
Come on, what are you talking
I
about?
saw the movie and I thought, man, that's a perfect movie, except for that chubby kid at the end. You know, that kid ruins and Javier Bardem's doing so good. Why did they let me? You know, but from doing that and getting that part, I got to see how small everything, how the camera picks up everything, how everything that I thought how it worked was so wrong, and I had to forget everything that I thought I knew about acting for the most part, except that there is something about letting go, and there was something I was already doing that I still do to this day, whatever that is. But yeah, so I think it's just a process, and as you audition for more jobs, you get asked to try this character, you get asked to try this character, and you take those opportunities to do the best you can do. You treat it as if you're making a movie, and if you don't get the job, hopefully you've made them go, "Whoa, who was that guy? He's not right for the part, but whoa, that was incredible," you know. And so that's been the acting school has been trying to get a job.
Yeah, I heard that you actually rented a wheelchair in Paris just to move around.
I bought one. You can't rent one.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
You can't give it back at the end.
Is it sponsored by the production company? Or you
No,
kind of
I
like
left it in Paris, though. I didn't bring it back to the States with me.
Well, it must be pretty hard to get around Paris in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I abandoned it pretty fast once I tried. But when I did give it a go, a cop helped me over here. Another cop didn't help me over there. Some lady kept staring. You know, it
was
did
French
show me
people
some.
nice? Like in general, was the people in Paris
Actually,
nice
people were a
in general?
lot more helpful than I expected. And in Paris, there was quite. I think because the streets are so bad, they're so rocky that
Yeah, it's
a lot
very
of folks
old,
look
like-
at you and go,
Yeah, rubble
"Oh,
school.
yeah, get them across." You know.
Yeah, but you talk about letting go, you know, when you are playing an actor, you know, being vulnerable. And the character that you're playing this time, Douglas, is a super, in my eyes, like as vulnerable as you goes in certain parts. How do you trust Luke
it's
to
easy.
be there to catch you?
Easy.
Like, what did he do to make you trust him? I'm so curious because it's a very vulnerable and very emotional film, and to be in that state.
But it comes down to who he is. He respects the actor. He respects the people he works with so much. I don't know how to explain it other than It's so easy to go with him, to trust him, and it's fun. I felt very much a love from him. I felt a respect from him, and I felt the same excitement and the same curiosity that I don't know. It's just easy in this kind of way.
Caleb said all the good things about you. Look, you never yell. You never.
No.
Nothing to complain.
When things need to be corrected, they get corrected.
No, I think it's when you have conscience that the most difficult job is the one in the frame, inside the frame. So I have a lot of respect for the actor because I know it's going to be painful for him to give, to come from inside, from your childhood, your scars, and you have to give it. When I say action, you have to give it. And I know it's hard. And I have a lot of respect for that. And I try to tell the actor that I understand it's hard, but I'm here to catch it.
Oh.
So at least you feel a little bit more comfortable. You say, okay, all right, I'm going to give it, but he's going to catch it.
Oh, I see.
And you just try to make him understand that it won't be lost. Whatever you give, I have 3 camera, I'm going to catch it. So don't worry.
But the dogs might ruin sometimes, right? You have to redo it for the dogs.
Or help.
Look, have you always been like this as a director, or you pick up some skills, how to catch actors?
No, I think at the beginning, my first movie, I was 19 and I was scared of the actors because the actors were actors, and I was like, whoa. So it's funny to see that my first 3 movies, the first movie, the camera is very far from the actor.
Because you were so scared.
Because you want to keep yourself
Yeah,
far
and the
away.
second one, I came closer. The third one, I came closer. And now, I say action, I bring the actor, I put the actor in the camera. I'm very physical. Now I'm not scared anymore.